Bienvenue sur la côte est australienne, un lieu connu pour ses spots de surf, ses animaux exotiques et son ambiance relaxe. Dans cette série documentaire, on part à la rencontre des locaux pour en apprendre plus sur leur culture. Avec eux, on va découvrir ce qui rend l'Australie un pays unique. Je m'appelle Antoine et vous regardez Vaste Monde. Notre premier épisode commence au cœur de l'Australie. Parmi les vastes étendues de nature sauvage, réside un fermier qui incarne l'harmonie entre l'homme et la terre. Mathieu cultive avec amour une diversité de produits qui émerveillent les papilles.
Hey Matt, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good. So what are we doing today? What's the plan?
Today we're going to be harvesting what's ready. We're going to pack our veggie boxes and also get a bit of extra stuff to take to the markets tomorrow morning. I was born inland a bit and grew up in Scone, which is a small town about 2.5 hours away. I'd say most of my growing up was in the city, because even when we lived in Scone, it was still in the town.
Il est profondément passionné par la nature et utilise ses connaissances pour cultiver ses fruits et légumes. À travers l'observation et l'expérimentation, il a perfectionné ses compétences pour créer un environnement harmonieux où les plantes, les animaux et les insectes prospèrent ensemble.
The very first thing we did when we started the site here was this, and we refer to it as either a habitat or a perennial bed. We realize that it's very low disturbance, and these places can be a refuge for birds to forage or frogs to hide or insects to lay their eggs and complete their life cycle, because we're not coming through and ripping everything up regularly. My pathway into agriculture came through conservation and sustainability, and at the time I was gardening as a hobby. I grew really fascinated by the intersection of the two and sustainable agriculture and working with the natural environment to grow food instead of the sort of agriculture that I'd seen that was quite destructive for native species and contributed to a lot of land clearing and other environmental issues. Originally we used the black tarps to solarize the grass, which kills off the grass and other weeds by depriving them of light, and then in the really hot weather it also cooks them, so it really speeds up the decomposition. We still use that in areas that are particularly weedy. We're minimising the amount that we take away because all those weeds have nutrients that they've taken from the soil in that spot. So if we can let them decompose in place, then we're not depleting particular areas of the farm. Even before I started volunteering, I was doing lots of my own research online, watching lots of videos, and even just with the gardening that I was doing, I had a bit of a skill set already that I could take and help in the farm I was volunteering at.
Matt m'explique avec enthousiasme comment il parvient à obtenir un sol incroyablement riche et nutritif. En laissant les plantes se décomposer naturellement sur place, il favorise un écosystème florissant de vers de terre et d'autres insectes bénéfiques. Ces créatures travailleuses s'efforcent inlassablement de mélanger les nutriments des plantes disparues dans le tissu même de la terre, créant ainsi un sol fertile, regorgeant de vie et de vitalité. Il a reproduit ce processus naturel sous différentes formes et utilise les caractéristiques particulières de chaque étape. La nature déploie tout son potentiel dans ce jardin, produisant un engrais de qualité exceptionnelle, riche en nutriments.
I make a seed raising mix, which I can show you that.
Yep.
But so I make that on site for these and plant them out.
So what do you have here? What's that?
So that's spring onions. Yeah. Lettuce, it's a mixed lettuce. And then we've got things that I've propagated. So that's Okinawa spinach, and there's some basil, sweet potato. We've got all sorts of things down here, strawberries and chilies. I think there's a bit of a barrier convincing people that there's more value in food than just what it costs. Again, it's seasonal, so there's limited availability, and people, I feel like, don't really understand that you can't get things fresh year round, and that it does cost more to get ethically produced food, because we can't compete with massive farms that are growing on hundreds of acres that are sprayed regularly to control weeds, and they're harvested on a tractor rather than by hand. Because we don't have the other issues with scale. We can harvest all our veggies the day before the farmer's market, so it's as fresh as can be. People regularly tell us that it lasts significantly longer in the fridge because, the plants haven't already been shipped around the country and kept in refrigeration for a week or two.
Aujourd'hui, j'ai eu le privilège de découvrir une multitude de variétés de produits aux saveurs singulières, bien loin de ce qu'on trouve dans les rayons des grandes surfaces. En soutenant ces fermiers engagés, vous donnez vie à toute une communauté passionnée. Dans cet épisode, nous avons rencontré des âmes dévouées à la cause de l'agriculture durable. Elles vous invitent à participer à cette aventure. Que vous ayez la chance de savourer ces produits d'exception ou non, souvenez-vous qu'en choisissant une agriculture responsable, vous forgez un avenir où l'homme et la nature prospèrent en harmonie. Alors ensemble, continuons à soutenir ces fermiers, car chaque bouchée est une déclaration d'amour envers notre planète et une promesse de préserver notre précieux héritage pour les générations futures. Merci d'avoir regardé Vaste Monde, et à très vite pour un nouvel épisode.